Gentlemen.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are on game number 4 of Dominator vs Rage, and we have decided to do the whole series in just a ridiculous order that no one knows and who cares. But anyway, so this is game number 4 where we have Dominator as our GLA demo.
And down the bottom, he will be, of course, playing against Rage as our China...
Nuke.
Yeah, Nuke. Ah, brilliant. That was my...
It worked.
I have no idea what it is.
Nailed it.
Success.
But...
We can edit that out, right?
Yes.
No? Yes?
Well,
Okay.
I'm not going to.
But you could.
The problem is, I hope these guys aren't playing the whole pink versus purple the entire series. And you guys will know by now because it's the 4th game. But Dominator going for the demo cars.
Oh, they exist on this.
Because,
damn it.
yeah, they didn't play demo no cars. I don't know, what is the deal with demo cars? Do people not go for dozers out of like respect because of how broken it is?
But people don't, do they? I've
don't
noticed
know.
that like pro players just refuse to go for dozers, and I'm like, well, that's really polite of you, I guess. We'll see if does Dominator follow the trend. I think.
Oh,
no!
Scumbag!
Scumbag!
But I don't know if that's
I don't know
if that's normal.
Scumbag or not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How is that fair?
How is that fair? Here, have 2 free dozers. It's just like, you can pretty much end the game off that. It's just like, if you don't defend your dozers, you just lose them. Like, literally, that demo car came before Rage had actually finished his war factory.
Yeah.
Now he's looking for the dozer because he thinks Rage moved to go for the war factory, but he didn't. And he's like,
It's clever. And so, like Rage can lose the game if the dozer just dies.
Yeah.
He's going to lose the Battle Master, though, regardless.
Yeah.
I think, maybe. Oh, no, got it.
nah, just got it, just in time.
Probably if you force fire.
I don't know if you can force fire demo cars.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you can.
I'm pretty sure you can.
You
yeah.
can force fire like demo bikes and bomb trucks and stuff.
So there's no reason you would be.
So
able to
now
force fire
Rage is
demo
already
cars.
on the back foot because he wasn't the GLA. Like, I really wish more people played, you know, no demo cars, which actually we'll see in the next series. Is demo cars.
No cars, no bugs, DD, so that's good. Again, Rage cancelled that war factory. I like that. That was nice. He repositioned down the bottom, but goodbye power. That is a big deal. You know, Dominator, he's already, you know, taking good control of this game. I mean, one dozer down, that means Rage's just his building production is just heavily hurt. Add that to the fact that it's really hard to rebuild things like power. That's a nice demo trap as well.
Yeah, especially because his demo only costs 200, so you really can just spend demo trap. I don't know if it'll kill it though.
It's not manual, I think.
Yeah, he probably could have if he actually got that manually. Well, but anyway, denying the tunnel, but he won't be able to kill it. There is the quad. Perfect timing, actually. We'll force it away. But he waited until the Battle Master was very low and then evac'd. So
and passed it, so he couldn't turn around for the explosion either. So
that was nice timing.
good micro.
But anyway, other than that, Rage tried to push out on the left flank, but wasn't able to, getting a lot more Battle Masters and the Flame Tank. Oh, wait. Nope. That's Dominator's demo trap.
Hang on a minute.
I mean, it's
just
just...
realized that from before. It's like pink and purple.
Yeah, exactly. It's just reflex, though, to see an army over a demo trapping and get keen.
Oh, it's gonna be intense. This is not quite as intense. Those squads are actually shredding the supply quite hard. Putting back up from that one. And another demo down the bottom there. But they're going to be running straight into the mines because Rage is a good player and put mines down around his supplies.
Yeah, but he did lose the supply, and that absolutely sucks now for Rage, because if he rebuilds that supply, he's gonna have such a hard time because his dozer's gonna be really exposed, and it'll take going for a prop center straight away. I guess he wants the mobility and just the strength of the nuclear overlords, or maybe his CMC. He's gonna have to go for the supply, but if Dominator is on the ball, he can kill that with a tech RPG, and that'll be game over.
Yeah, at this point, if that went down before the minefields did, then that means Dominator would pretty much just win. Even at this point, it's going to be very, very hard for Rage to come back. He's in some pretty serious trouble. Yeah,
he is indeed. I mean, unless we see some really clutch moves, with that Overlord. I mean, one thing I don't exactly like, though, Dominator isn't going for it now, as I say that, but it's a rather late oil cap.
Yeah.
Given how much, basically, absolute free control he had of the entire map, hasn't gone for his supplies, and his caps are kind of late. No palace either, so it is surprising to see, him not really capitalize on it, let alone, go for a quick palace, go for a supplies or oil. You don't just gonna sit around on the 2 supplies when you are that far ahead.
Yeah, it really would be nice to see him spam out a few more units. I mean, he must have a bit of cash in the bank there. Nice oil cap, but definitely, as you were saying, full supply would have been fantastic.
Denying the supply was great here, but I think, he could have done a lot more there, because he has 5 quads.
Yeah.
And he's just not really using them, and you can't really against the nuke Battle Masters. But gotta be careful, the Demo Trap may claim the units here, even if it's just the ECM, it means the RPGs can be quite powerful, but not as powerful because of the nuclear radiation.
He's going to run straight over it.
He's moving over it.
Oh no, this is going to be bad. Oh, that's bad.
Didn't quite kill the Overlord, but a quick pop may do so here, having to back that one away. So that could have gone. There's the quad pop. That's going to kill the Overlord there.
Yeah, it's going straight for it.
Not quite backing away in time. Will it be enough, though? The Battlemaster sacrificing itself for the greater good, so losing 3 Battlemasters. It was really a nice placement now, but Rage even more on the back foot.
Yeah, I would even dive after this if I was Dominator. I mean, you could probably move in, because now, I mean, the Overlord's regenerated now. It's back up to about half health, and that's going to be hard for quads to deal with.
Risky positioning, but Rage is playing it well with his getting a free quad. So, nice micro that could have really backfired had he not been so precise, but he will get the tunnel, and that's very important, because that will open up the 3rd supply here.
Yeah, which is a huge deal for Rage. He really needs to take control over the map and deny as many tunnels as possible. That demo trap could have gone a lot worse than I thought it was going to, considering it's an advanced demo trap as well. I wasn't sure how much damage it actually does to Overlords, and that could be a terror deck. Yeah,
if he waited just a little bit longer, it would have killed the Overlord. The terrorists, they're moving in, but there wasn't really much chance. Unless you sort of cut the terrorists off, he's trying to redeploy it. Like, if there were quads in back, like, pushing down, and the technical was below, but like that, you kind of have to not be paying attention. There's a Lotus for the whole cabin. Nice demo trap. It is something that you really don't see many GLA demo players just really capitalize on, the fact that their demo traps are just so cheap. Does it mean you basically have to have an outpost with you, and the outposts aren't cheap for nuke?
Yeah, they're definitely not, and it's not something you want a unit mix in, especially when you're behind anyway. That's far though. I mean, Rage is really coming back into this. Dominator, he had control early, but now Rage is back on a couple of supplies. He has that Overlord ECM being so aggressive as well against Dominator. He's just able to use it so effectively, and having lost that Terror Tech trying to take out the Overlord, it's a pretty big investment. Every one of those Terror Techs costs a lot in the way of cash. Order as well being denied here by Rage. That's fantastic. He knew that Order was probably going to be up, and that's his first target with the Overlord.
This is really risky though for Rage, because the Palace is now completed here. So the Jarman will be out very soon, and there's absolutely no infantry. No snipe. Going for the demo bikes as well, moving in just in time, and will take out the Overlord. But I'm surprised we didn't see a Jarman to snipe an Overlord, because there was no troop crawler, and only now just getting an outpost.
Yeah, so definitely would be nice to see a Jarman coming out, and as we speak, so it happens. Dominator obviously listening.
Yeah, but too late, because there's already the outpost there.
This is an outpost, which is, it's going to be a lot more difficult. I mean, the outpost is moving away from the Overlord, so you still might get one, but it's going to be tough. You have to really evac kind of behind, so the Jarman doesn't take out your infantry before it caps the Overlord.
Yeah, exactly there, and it is being forced away. Revealed by the Overlord, Dragon Tank moving in. Lotus is there to reveal, even if the Overlord gets sniped. Oh, no.
Oh, Jarman too quick.
Yeah, the workers there nearby, and the bikes are moving in here. We'll lose them by the looks of it. Really don't want to throw away that Overlord. Loses the ECM and that Overlord. Now Jarvan may even just go cap it, but the RPG is moving in there. The Dragon Tank, can he deny that one in time? Fight? Nope.
He doesn't get it.
That's a shame there indeed. Also, the Flame Tank gets on. I think Rage may have been a little bit too greedy, going for the cap just a little bit too fast.
Is Lotus going to watch the flames? Is Lotus flame resistant?
Nope.
No, she's not. She almost got taken out by that. I was wondering if her super suit made her flame resistant, but apparently not. Looks like the outpost may get taken out to an awesome force fire, if we can see one here from... No, Dominator, no. The Flame Tank's going to ward them off, but here comes an Overlord, and that is Dominator's Overlord.
Yep, the bikes didn't get within range, but still took the Overlord down to half health. Yeah, the demo bikes are kind of ridiculous in 1.4.
Yeah, they're kind of dumb. Go over terrain, move at ridiculous speeds, and just take out absolutely everything. They're actually faster than most turret turn rates in the game as well. So as your turrets try and turn to face the demo bikes, they're already blowing up right next to you. Yeah, about time we saw Lotus being a little bit more aggressive. She has to be careful because of the tunnel networks, but she has stuck into the base now, and we'll be going for the arms jumps. Yeah.
Well, actually, there isn't really many. I mean, Dominator doesn't have that many tunnels.
Yeah, surprisingly.
Compared to some players that really do like to spam the tunnels out. The worker's going to claim that Outpost, will it crush the worker? Flame, yeah.
No, it doesn't.
That's a shame. Outpost, had Dominator Rage been paying attention, could have denied that one there indeed. Yeah, I think for a moment there, Rage was looking okay, because he actually did take out the All Derek. Dominator, we missed that. Dominator must have denied that one with a Terror Tech of some kind. Other than that, the demo bikes are just so cost effective. I mean, really need to see a Helix transition because yeah, the demo bikes will just continue to just be very cost effective as they currently are. ECMs can shut them down quickly though if you're paying attention. I like this scout post because it means that he's going to have pretty good vision of seeing the bikes coming.
Yeah, seeing the bikes coming, that's kind of the big deal though, so you can actually get your overlords into position, get your ECMs into position so you can lock them down and snipe them off. But that's fine. I mean, Dominator's, micro and unit mixing has been pretty fantastic. I'd say his tunnels are probably pretty full as well, just judging from the amount of stuff he has. And Helix is out from Rage. That's a nice selection, but there's a lot of quads here from Dominator.
A lot of vet as well. And Lotus actually must have died, so we've missed that one again. The arms dealer was capped or sold, but another one was rebuilt here. So these helixes, they're necessary. You need them to get demo bikes, but it is hard with that many quads. Getting a free kill, so I think that's kind of, I guess, why we were seeing so many quads rather than like scorpions, was because then it will synergize and scale well with demo bikes.
Yeah, definitely right. Yeah, having the quads available to deny the helixes is a pretty big deal. And Rage, he's on the back foot, but he's definitely not out of this game. Has another Lotus up now. I think the main thing he's got to worry about is like some buggies and stuff coming out now from Dominator. We see some buggies and like better Jarman snipes. The more he's just going to kind of turtle up, get his full supplies going, get those tunnel networks down as well.
Yeah, it's a lot of quads there. Covered Bomb will take out the Will, because probably not the supply though. Got the tunnel as well. I think that's what Rage really wanted, was deny that one. Jarman will get taken out, but no, because of the quads there, ready and waiting, zoning away those Helix. Lotus is back there. The ECM's doing fantastic disabling, but will lose the ECM and the flame tank, and already that is cost effective.
Yeah, even with that really efficient ECM micro from Rage, I mean, can you imagine going click, 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 disable all of the bikes at once? Still managing to get one of them to actually blow up on the side. So yeah, I mean, even three of them, as you were saying, that's worth it to get an ACM, or an ACM and a flame tank in this chase. Artistract does come down. I don't know if he's trying to bait some units out. Didn't really have anything to bait it out with, though.
He could have driven the helixes in and then forced the quad pop. But on the left-hand side, we do see Stinger Sight. I kind of like that because it means that the helixes will have to be a lot more cautious. Stinger Sights are actually pretty powerful against air units, just bad against everything else.
Yeah, really effective against air units. They're kind of like they're kind of like Patriots in the fact they're bad against the infantry, but they're also bad against tanks, and they're bad against like life in general. But yeah, against helixes and such, they're actually pretty damn powerful. And 3 helixes out, that's kind of the number you want here from Rage. You got that prop one and a couple of bunkers as well, so he's got a nice unit mix there. But at the same time, Dominator, he has those quads out and they're ready to start firing away as soon as Rage gets near a tunnel.
Has a black market as well, so I would like to see Dominator get that AP ammo, because he's going to have to really rely on those quads to deny those helixes, because the helixes can definitely be the saving grace for Rage if he's able to keep them alive and just keep killing stuff for free. But the quads can take them out very easily. Rage has to be absolutely on the ball with his Helix micro, and Dominator has the 4 supplies and is getting a black market. Not really committing to the black markets yet because of those supplies. I think he's just more concerned about holding on to his tunnels and trying to get more tunnels down to prevent the helixes.
Yeah, definitely. That's his plan at the moment. I mean, the more tunnels he's got, it's going to get harder to snipe, because you can pop quads from a back tunnel, for example, and Rage really has to use his ground army and synergize it really well with the helixes, so you can take out the quads, or at least stop the quads from popping. But here comes the quad pop, and the helixes are nowhere nearby.
Overlord getting focused here. Demo Bike goes in and takes that one out alongside the quads. Very, very effective trading. But here come the helixes. Will they destroy the quads in time? They will destroy them one by one. But the Stinger Sights, though, are being quite effective. And they're doing splash damage as well. Flame Tank moving in onto the side, clearing out some of these buildings. The Stinger Sight, though, 2 of them doing some pretty good damage here.
Careful!
Sticking around for just a little bit too long. And will lose one of them. By the looks of it, that one does fall. Only 1 salvo away from flying away unscathed. So not exactly an efficient trade here. Now Overlord is still there, but Dominator is out of units, so if Rage can really punish him right now, but I don't think he can.
Yeah, he can't really. I mean, he went way too aggressive with those helixes. He tried to take out the Stinger Sights, and that's only really nice if you get the napalm bomb. GG?
I don't think it was a GG, but it was
replay bug, or
it must have bugged. But I mean, let's be honest, that was over for Rage.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. Yeah, Dominator was just like, he could have built like 10 more quads pretty easily. I think he had the cash for it. He had that full palace. Rage having lost to Helix, I think would have really struggled with that because he didn't have any late game economy. Being China, hackers just suck in 1.4. So without having control of the mineral supplies and no oils as well, I feel he just couldn't have kept up in unit production.
Shame we didn't catch the whole replay. I don't know. Yeah, maybe it was a bug but Rage is typically known for really sticking around and not quitting. Until it's definitely game over. But I think that was game over. To be honest. What happened there? Well, Rage lost because demo cars. Like,
world's stupidest game mechanic.
You have to go aggressive with trucks, but by doing that, like, it puts you behind. So, like, either way, it's a lose-lose situation. Yeah. It makes me sad. Anyway, until next game, we are General Gentlemen.
It's been fun.
Yeah.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another General's Gentlemen Shoutcast. We are here on Command & Conquer 0 Hour 1.4. Yes, 1.4. It's fine. We'll be fine with it because it's going to be an interesting game.
I'm not fine. I'm angry.
You're angry?
I'm not happy.
Why
you know why? You know why? Like,
look, Energy Machine. Just because it's on Heartland Shield.
No,
not even that.
Nope, not even that.
Okay.
Guess again.
I'm not even sure. I mean, we got China infantry. We've got
No. Okay. It's simpler than that. We
It
have
is?
pink versus purple. So you have no idea whose unit is who.
Nice.
So like you can't tell the difference when you look at the minimap. Same as there's other, I think it's like blue and cyan. There's some of those colors where you just have no idea who is who. So as a desperate plea, please, if you want to get your games casted, play red versus green or red versus gold.
Look, it's nice.
Don't be the guy that plays purple versus pink.
No one likes that guy. No one, really. They don't. Anyway, we do, of course, have on the top right-hand side Rage as our China infantry.
And Dominator as the USA Air Force General. Normally, this would be ridiculously OP for Air Force General, but he's versing a China Inf, so actually it will make it a lot harder because of the garrisons and minigunners. If Rage just puts like a minigunner in one in every 5 garrisons, it means that Dominator, he won't be able to really rely on his aircraft as much, because minigunners just destroy infantry, aircraft of course, and being that they're minigunners, the point defense lasers, they don't work. So like you really have to be careful. Even like with Rockvies, like minigunners shred.
They shred very, very hard, and it's got to be the map of garrisons. There's so many garrisons. It's like someone did a map build and it's like garrison here, and they just made a little bit of a city with it. I mean, you can definitely get some fun games on it, so we're looking forward to this one. Rage, gonna be going for those early oil caps.
Yeah, I think we may see a Helix play.
Yeah.
Helixes are just so strong in this map. We do have Rage off to a great start, but at the same time, Dominator is the exact same here. He has the 3 supplies and the 2 oils. Actually, no, sorry, only 3 supplies for Dominator. And actually, Rage taking the 4th away from Dominator. Not exactly sure what he's doing, going for the long distance mining.
That's a little bit interesting.
Because there's only mining with 1 Chinook here.
He kind of take it safely, I suppose. He'd use the other one to drop. He had 3 Chinooks. I'm not really sure what the goal was there.
Oh wow, Rage actually managed to drive in an assault or attack outpost into the base Dominator. Did snipe a dozer, which is excellent, but not really able to secure more than that, forcing away the Chinooks.
Yeah, what's Dominator's Chinooks doing? Oh, it dropped off a V there, so I'd say that's a rock V, but going after the power is Rage, and that's a really smart move.
Yeah, exactly. Gotta be careful he's not too close to... Oh no, they blow up if they're China, don't they?
No, if you were standing too close to it, though, you'd still take the rocket splash damage. So
that obviously, but the China ones blow up. Yeah, it was really late. That was a late Rockvi, and it meant that he wasn't really able to do anything with it, because by the time he got there, all of a sudden, so was the outpost, and still, Rage's outpost is there, but the point laser defense is nullifying that almost entirely.
Yeah, it nullifies it pretty hard. If you're right under the Chinook, you can actually take it out, as you're seeing here. Like, you can get some damage down, but once there's 2 of them there, and the defense starts doubling up, it's pretty much impossible to get anything down. And Forward War Factory.
That's exactly what happened with this one. There was a outpost underneath it, so it did actually take that out. So Rage is definitely taking the upper hand here. He has the 4 supplies, and he's already harassed, and now he's starting to send in more and more units. outpost as well as the troop crawler. Rangers with the flashbangs will be excellent against those RPGs. That's very, very fortunate timing there for Dominator. Nice work having that Ranger there. Did take out the listening outpost, but now here come the Rock Vs. How many flashbangs are there?
There's a lot.
Oh, the Chinooks drop. Nice targeting there from Rage, denying what he can. He's trading very well, let alone the fact that he just has so much more income.
He's getting the just complete map control off this. He's taking control of the oil derricks, and if he just keeps spamming units in, which is what China Imp is good for, then he can just keep denying these supplies. And I think those tank gunners are probably going to take the garrison. Oh, that's nice. Solid work.
There is a flashbangs though, so
yeah, you got to be careful.
Have to bear that in mind. I would also like to see Rage try and... Oh, he's going to cap those oil derricks even. So Rage definitely relentless in his aggression here. More and more outposts are moving in. Rage is just playing this perfectly.
Yeah, there's absolutely nothing Dominator can really do about this, and as always, you know, the Humvee micro against outposts is actually very difficult, and we're not really seeing the kiting that you need here from Dominator. Did with that engagement, which is nice, and the early flashbangs are just incredibly important against the China Imp, which is what we've been seeing. So.
Yeah, may even lose that other Rock V.
Did.
Yeah, but here comes some King Raptors. They're going to be great against the outposts, but if there are minigunners mixed in, they can get taken out quite easily. If Dominator can hold on until he really makes use of these Raptors, but Rage just has so much production, and Dominator, quick game.
Quick game.
Well, that's what we get for casting Heartland Shield.
Whoops.
Well, let's move on to another game. That's okay. In Australia, what do you think about Dominator? What do you think did wrong?
Well, Dominator... Again, you know, it's harder to expand as a USA, but just Chinooks.
Yeah.
Just more aggressive
time.
use of Chinooks. He wasted so much time getting the V out. I mean, if you get that V just super early and you just drop it off because of how spread out Heartland Shield actually is, and you can get like a V drop onto the supply, kill the trucks, pick up the V, move it to another supply, kill the trucks on that supply, and just take out everything that's being aggressive. You can just have such great map control because the Chinooks have such a great vision range.
Yeah.
You can just drop off the Humvee. If you see a forward dozer, take out the dozer. You can just snipe down individual units when there's going to be no defenses there yet.
Also, China Inf is probably the most immobile army.
Yeah.
It's a lot easier to defend with GATs than it is to defend with outposts because they're like half the price.
Yeah.
Because what I meant in regards to the Chinooks though is, you know how he had that Chinook mining the wrong supplies for the entire time?
Yeah.
So he had less income than he should have, and yeah, that first Rock V, there was no reason to lose it. He could have just driven it away and got the other one. So that's okay. We'll move on to our next game here between Dominator and Rage.
Sounds good.
This isn't in order, by the way. I don't even know we'll cast the whole series, but let's improvise.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Also, you know, those of other genders, other races. I mean, if we've got any aliens out there watching the Generals Gentlemen, because I mean, what else would you watch if you had a choice of watching anything on Earth? Because I think we're being too straight down the line with this, ladies and gentlemen.
You gotta be inclusive.
You gotta be inclusive, and we're an inclusive kind of guys.
Nintendo, there was a huge huge controversy in regards to the new Sims game. Like you couldn't have like non-heterosexual couples.
Oh, really?
Like a Sims game, and that they had to like publicly apologize and stuff.
Whoops.
Anyway, we have a USA mirror, and I don't even know what game this is. I don't even know, dude. But
This is like one of them, a fifth, maybe?
no, I don't even pretend to understand.
Don't try to?
Yeah.
Okay.
But anyway, USA mirror here, laser for Rage, something for Dominator.
I think it was vanilla or super weapon.
Hopefully not USA Air Force, otherwise
think it was.
this game will be over. Rage selling his command center a little bit late.
Oh, he's going for the drop, the god drop. I love this. He's got rangers and missile defenders. I've tried to pull this off so many times, it's hard. And that's what he's going for. He's going for the snipes on the dozers. We'll have to see if he can actually pull this off because it's hard. This is a spread out map.
There's no rangers for defense. Generally, rangers are for defending. It's kind of rare to see rangers being aggressive. Going for the evac down there, dozer will back away from that. Laser looking down the Chinook, so not actually going for the dozer. Won't quite take it down, but we'll get it fairly low and we'll force it away. There is a Humvee completed, and the missile defenders, they really have to back away from the corner of the barracks, because if the dozer can just drive around the Humvee can drive around the sides, it can crush them very, very easily. There's no rangers.
Can. No, there's no rangers there. They're just missile defenders. So,
yeah. It must have been your defensive rangers.
Yeah, I think it must have been, because that's a...
Oh, all caps, no, actually.
Oh, okay, yeah, he's going for the oil caps on the side. So I think it's just a delaying tactic there for Dominator. What he was looking for is actually Dominator doing the drop, not Rage. So Dominator, I think he was just looking for the delay there to stop the Chinooks from mining for long enough they actually cap the oils, and that's what's actually happened here. We've got a lot of missile defenders coming out from Rage, and that could be a big issue because if the Vs just drive straight for the base, or they can do some serious damage, because he's going to have more Vs than Dominator does.
Yeah, those Chinooks weren't mining for quite some time as well. 3 Humvees are sweeping in for Rage, and they really need to do something important because those 2 oil derricks will give a ridiculous advantage for Dominator if he can get them up and running. Humvees are sweeping 2 against 3 here. The pressure is on to Dominator. Oh, there's Empty. No, he's got no missile defenders.
Ah, and he runs away hard because there's 3 Vs there, and that's a big deal.
Oh, no.
I really think what Dominator's going to have to rely on here is getting those oils, but it might not matter. Here goes the laser locks though.
Yeah, he did kill one of the Humvees, but there's just so many missile defenders on the ground. Getting another laser lock will kill 2 of them. Only 1 Humvee left, but so many missile defenders here. That last Humvee is going to be absolutely crucial to deal with the Rangers. He can't build Rangers now because of the Humvee camping that one out. We'll lose the Dozer. Dominator really throwing away. Those Humvee moving in for the crush, though. Maybe could have gotten an ambo, but that is the Ranger there. Humvee, though, is trying to snipe out and deny that barracks in time. Where is the other Dozer for Dominator? Does he even have one?
I'm not sure whether he does. I don't know where it is. It must be around here somewhere. And again, I think Rage got a couple of missile defenders into that. Yeah, he did. Rage got the missile defenders into the V and he moved them away. What I was going to say is Rage really screwed up the micro there as well. He went to laser lock the Humvee as it was coming in. He could have just auto-fired. It would have taken it out easily.
Yeah. Wait,
Yeah.
sorry, Dominator was north, right?
Yeah, Dominator was north. Yeah, yeah.
Dominator really misplayed that. Driving, let alone the fact that it was a 2v3.
Yeah.
The fact that they were empty, like empty.
I think he was running for it. I think he was trying to like just scout out with them, and then he just put them too far forward. And he's like, ah!
Or maybe he didn't realize that they were there.
Yeah.
But if he held on to his Humvees, it would have been fine.
Worked. Yeah, I think the thing with Dominator, he really should have camped that. He just shouldn't have moved from his base because
He would have won.
That was the only thing he was vulnerable to. Was Rage just rushing all his Vs in. I think Rage realized that. He's like, you might be going for the oil caps, and then just rushed all the Vs in because Dominator was behind because his Trinit wasn't mining, and then he lost
Rage
3
was
missile
behind.
defenders. So. No, Dominator was behind at the start, unit production wise, and then he put Rage behind, and Rage just used the units he had to win the game, kind of thing. So
and he shouldn't have lost that.
Dominator would have won if he stayed in the game, and he made something happen off that because he would have had the oils and he would have won that. So.
Yeah, an interesting series to say the least.
Yeah.
Let's move on to our next game, whichever one that is. Ladies and gentlemen, we are on Sand Serpent here. Mad Rage will be our vanilla. China, USA.
USA is the one you're looking for there.
Is it?
GLA scuba gear. Dominator is going to be up the top here as our GLA demo. This is, of course, part of the series we've been casting between these 2 top-tier players.
Scuba gear would be pretty effective on Sand Serpent.
That's what I was thinking.
You
Yeah, you got a bit of water there.
Yeah, I really hope we don't have a really crappy intro as our first video.
Yeah.
Because I bet like the best intro is going to be for like the second game that no one cares about, and the first intro is going to like really suck. It's probably this one anyway.
Probably is.
I don't know. No, I think it's TD. Yeah, no, it was a TD game. I think of memory, it was a TD game. Anyway, so we do have Dominator moving out with some workers trying to get control of the choke point. Sand Serpent is an interesting map because it really has those choke points, so it can be a pretty campy map. It is very big and open though, so it does allow for some sort of some dropping play with Chinooks and whatnot. I like that garrison there, but he can't really deny that worker. But he can definitely delay the tunnel by forcing it to cancel it and rebuilding it somewhere. Is that a Ranger though?
Maybe it is.
Wow, nice.
No, it's a Dozer. Okay, so that's a really nice positioning actually. Going for that's cool.
I like that.
Nice.
That's good, but the problem with fire bases is you can just drive quads up to them unless there's anything for support. That's a terrorist. He may go for the Dozer, but the Rangers are there, and the terrorist force fires. I was going to say that the terrorist won't blow up if the Rangers kill it.
Yeah.
That's one of the strengths of using Rangers to defend rather than, I think Humvees as well, but like most things detonate the terrorists when they die.
But guns don't. Which is nice, you know, it's a solid strat, but the terrorist, the important thing, you got both of the Rangers with that force fire. Hopefully, I think, Rage should be able to get to the 9 on the worker here.
Yeah, I think so. Gotta be careful, though, that he doesn't kill his own Dozer with the missile defender.
Oh, micro.
Yeah, easy,
yes, no,
easy
yes,
mode.
Please,
What?
Yes.
No!
No! Oh! Dozer driver, please!
No micro prevails. Doesn't even get the RPGs either.
Oh, dear. That's not good for Rage.
That's catastrophic news. only now having one dozer, and on this map, you know, having the two dozers is crucial because of how split up they are, and it can be quite easy to lose them. We'll actually keep that dozer alive.
The RPGs didn't follow it. I have no idea why, though.
Yeah, that was a bit of a misplay there. Terrorist, technical rather, moving in, can definitely deny the dozer. No one's coming to save himself. Unless we have a Chinook full of units, he may just put the dozer in the Chinook, but this is game over. The Cliffs may save it. Ah, no, not quite.
Cliff's not going to save it here, and this occasion here, he was going for the Chinook to pick up the dozer. Almost worked, too. Yeah. That was quite nice, but just looking at over the overall map, I mean, Rage is held on at the start, but Dominator, what he's going for is just control over the map and the oil derricks by putting demo traps underneath the choke points and capping up the oils. It's a nice way to play in Sand Serpent.
And there's 3 oils as well.
Yeah.
So if you get all 3 of them, no, 4 oils. Oh man, 4. Yeah,
it's quite a few.
5.
Yeah.
It's 5 oils. Well,
5 oils.
One of them is basically for free though on each team. So Dominator going for some more aggression with his technicals, but there are 3 Rockfies ready and waiting. Rage is only on 1 supply though, I think, or 2 supplies.
2 supplies.
Yeah. So he is definitely behind. That technical was taken out there, going for the oil. It wasn't even capped, but definitely worth it denying that.
Yeah, it was really nice. I think he was going for the supply, and it's like, what are you doing? It's like, oh yeah, that's probably a better idea, actually. Denying the oil is going to be, you know, a key thing here, especially if you're starting to play towards the late game. And this is pretty much just garrison walls at this point. The work is repairing, though, so I'd say Dominator is going to win this one.
Well, I think the supply was probably the focus.
Yeah.
But with the Humvees, they would have more than likely denied the terrorist. Yeah. But by putting the terrorist behind the oil means the Humvees, they was out of their line of sight. So I think that was a smart choice, whether or not it was actually intentional. Yeah, the fire base, you just drive up to them. That is a problem. I mean, you need to sort of support the fire bases because on their own, you can just drive within their minimum range.
Yeah, the minimum range is a pretty big deal with those fire bases. If you have like 1 unit there and an iron gets in close, it can be quite nice. Yeah, Rage is moving out his blob. I mean, that's nice, denying some of these tunnel networks. I mean, I'd like to see him be a little bit more aggressive so he can start pushing in and dealing with the oil derricks. But again, he's got to be so careful of those demo traps. Has these spy drones out, though, which is nice.
It's a pretty good army, really, because there isn't a lot for Dominator. He's been focusing on his economy more than anything else, getting those tunnels up as well, where Rage has just been, you know, getting up that Humvee army. I don't know if he has any flashbangs, though. He really needs to have some. I don't think he does. He can't actually take out those garrisons. There's a search and destroy. Didn't destroy the tunnel, which was a bit of a blunder there. I think Rage could probably just drive into the base of Dominator and really just be on the aggressive, because I think if he waits it out, he's going to lose this one because he is a fair bit behind in cash.
Yeah, it's a much harder map to actually camp out on. I mean, you can get stuff down on the choke points, but your actual base is very, very spread out, which makes you vulnerable to those highly aggressive, highly mobile units such as those Rockfies, and they're coming in right now, and they've got the oils there, but that's a technical army and a half coming out from Dominator.
Waiting for the Rockfies to move out of position, but how many units are actually inside of those? A fair bit of RPG's power plant has been destroyed. That will slow Rage down, but the Rockfies are moving in. This may be base rate situation here. Search and destroy is available, giving the Humvees a big edge, but there's just so many technicals and no missile defenders inside of those.
Yeah, definitely not. The RPGs are moving out as well, so they're going to have to focus down some other stuff, popping them back into the base as well, and the technicals just keep going on the aggression, because as they move forward, they get scrap as well off their fallen comrades, so that's kind of helping them in the engagements against the Humvees. Humvees finally do take them out, but how low is that? No, the supply center, the strat center should be fine.
So there actually was some missile defenders. That's good, because I think Rage lost all of the empty ones, but held on to the 2 that did have those missile defenders in there. And now these Humvees are actually being on the aggressive and starting to pick away at the base of Dominator, having already killed one of those oil derrick. This one isn't actually mining. There's no income here. But still, a lot of tech RPGs.
Yeah, definitely are at this point, but Dominator, he needs to hold off this push and somehow destroy it, because this is a big deal for him. He doesn't really have a way to stop this Humvee aggression, especially with Search and Destroy, you know, being activated. Just doesn't have any range advantages. He's in a bit of trouble.
The Humvees going for the strat center, the palace, but the technicals won't even matter because reactive positioning there by Rage, keeping those Humvees out of harm's way. Ambo survives, but won't be able to repair itself unless it gets a repair drone, but it bought time for the palace. I thought that could have gone a lot worse for Rage because the Dominator waited until the Humvees were firing and then he drove in.
Yeah, exactly right, but I mean the palace has been thrown down now. That's going to give at least some amount of defense here for Dominator, but there's just going to be more and more V-spam coming out from Rage. And we just have to see something to counter that, and it's going to be a little bit difficult now. He's lost a lot of those technicals and the RPGs. It just didn't really pay off because they were a little bit too late.
Losing a couple more RPGs there and the oils, so Dominator is definitely falling apart here. Has got the palace. We'll start to get some demo bikes.
That could be cool.
Yeah, they may be the saving grace, but with that many of these Rockvies, he's going to have to time them very well and make sure they aren't just thrown away. But it is generally quite easy to make them pay off if the Humvees are driving forwards and not reacting going in, but Rage is ready and waiting, and will back away from that, taking out a demo bike for free.
Yeah, the towers are pretty accurate as well, so I think they help with the taking out the demo bikes, and Rage is just all over the place with these Vs. He's really taking advantage of the fact that Dominator, he spread himself out, and which left him vulnerable to these Humvees because he just couldn't stop them at any point. Had these spy drones out, he was ready for the demo traps. Rage is playing this incredibly well. Oh, the spike gets 2 of them though. Nice play.
And Technical drove in, detonating himself. More bikes are driving in, but the Missile Defender blocking that one. Probably not intentional, but will keep the Humvee alive. Going for the Garrison, so nice preservation of the Missile Defenders. That other Humvee will get taken out by the looks of it. Yep.
Yeah. Okay, so that was nice, but the oil derrick's still going to be taken out, and that's the major thing here for Rage. He wanted to just force down the oils, because that was the Humvee army that we've been following so valiantly for the last 5 minutes, but it's not the only one. Rage has additional armies of these Rockvies, and they're ready to move out. There's one on the side now as well, and I mean, what does Dominator have? Not really a lot.
He just has a lot of demo bikes. There's a Burton there as well, which could deny those ones, but the Humvees will get destroyed. Unless the Humvees are moving backwards, if they're still or moving forwards, they will get taken out. Tunnel actually survived that one, which is a shame, because Rage really wants to deny that, because it's hard to clear out those garrisons without any flashbangs. I like these demo traps being placed here. Burton really isn't defending against these bikes.
No, and he really should be as well. He'll be able to gun down them incredibly fast and get veterancy off that as well. The bike's just, he's still moving in. I don't know what he's going for exactly. Wow. That was one terrorist on the strat center.
Yeah, well, is it because the bike blows up as well?
Yeah, I know. Yeah, that's a cool strat, isn't it? You evac and then you get the terrorist. And
is that your word for it?
Well, I don't like it, but it's still cool. Machine. It's a bad type of cool.
Yeah. In this situation, it can be nice to go for Comanches, because Comanches are really great against the demo bikes. You just sort of leave them and they automatically acquire, and their air units, you don't have to micro them because they can't get killed. It's gonna kill the strat center by the looks of it, but there is some pretty good defense here. Humvees and Missile Defenders scattered throughout the place. Bikes will have to go, but only one of them will be required to take out. The Humvee will defend. No, the Humvee actually, it tried to save itself, even though the strat center was the target. If he could have driven in, he would have got that one out in time. So without the search and destroy, Rage is oh nice. The Missile Defenders didn't actually save it regardless. So even if you kill the bike, it still blows up and kills it. Dominator is on the back foot, but he really is just spamming out the demo bikes, and they're just ridiculous.
They're working, they're powerful. I mean, they're bringing Dominator back into this game. All his strategy relies on is these demo bikes at the moment. That's what's really keeping him in this. I'm not really sure how to counter demo bikes. I mean, do you see Comanches or like... Yeah, just better defense more than anything else, because look, they're going to get in here again.
Yeah.
They're going to go for the charge, and look at that. They're just taking out the Humvees so easily. You need more than the Humvees. Yeah, definitely. I agree with the Comanche idea.
Humvees are fine if you're paying attention, because if they drive backwards, you will just kill all of them. I mean, but it's a sort of matter of, are you paying attention to all of your Humvees at all time?
Yeah.
Nope. Well, there goes your entire army effortlessly to a very, very cheap spammable unit. So, I mean, Humvees can be fine if you are paying attention and you do keep them moving backwards. But in this case, if Rage isn't really able to do that, then Comanches are just, they're a safe, easy, no micro required.
Definitely, and with the amount of bikes that are actually being spammed out, he doesn't have to be as careful. Jarman gets taken out. He doesn't have to be as careful of the of just the quad pops. There's going to be a lot less quad pops because of the fact there's just so many demo bikes. They're trying to find him. If they run into Colonel Burton, they won't actually find him. But backing was not cool.
Yeah, Burton is good again as well, because he's stealth. So if you just attack ground and just walk somewhere, the bikes will just die out of nowhere, because you won't see the Burton there, and he will just insta-kill them. Going for the supply, we'll be able to get it if he does use the evac trick in time. Doesn't like he... Oh, no.
Yes, he will. Of course he will.
That's ridiculous.
One before!
Yeah. This is fixed in 1.6.
Yeah, it is.
He's gonna lose these Humvees. Oh, demo trap.
Demo trap.
Yeah.
Might have been on.
Yeah, Comanches.
Yeah, Comanches.
All right.
Success. I love it. I love your work, Rage. I love it.
I'm a big fan. Well done. So that's going to definitely prevent a Dominator from pushing through the base here, but he has to be careful that Dominator doesn't go quads. But the more quads he goes, that's less demo bikes. That's a win-win either way.
Yeah.
Like I'm okay with that.
It's fine. It's like I have Comanches, so I can kill the demo bikes. Oh, he won't go demo bikes. That's okay because now he has to go quads, so there's no more demo bikes. It's a fun circle for Rage. It's a nice circle.
Yeah, sort of like the Company of Heroes 2 system of countering Tiger Ace by building a howitzer, so they kill it for free with it. But then they lock in the wrong doctrine.
We'll get it. The Company of Heroes 2 fans will get it. It's funny.
Yeah,
it's a good one. And I think now Dominator's in some trouble because he's been spamming out these demo bikes. Sure, that's fine, but what happens when Rage starts to get Comanches, he starts to build up units, and he has late game abilities and has map control with like 4 Chinooks per supply.
Yeah, the ideal. Hasn't capped
number.
I don't think he's even got the cap at all. Yeah,
No,
he hasn't even
he
researched
hasn't
it.
No.
Going for a good choice, definitely the smart choice, going for the old Derek in the long run, of course. Yeah, Dominator really is falling apart. I mean, the moment that the Chinooks came, you just can't rely on them. On the demo bikes.
Yeah, definitely. And Burton's still alive as well. He's just chilling near the base of Dominator, just sniping off everything he can. The fun thing about Burton, even though his demo actually gets another V there, but so strong.
It's just so cheap.
Yeah, it's so cheap.
Ugh.
But yeah, as I was saying, the Burton, he can actually gun down the tunnels as well incredibly fast. Like he can explode them and then destroy the tunnels, and that was a nice evac as well.
You mean like holes or tunnels?
Yeah, the holes. Sorry, yeah. But he can destroy the holes once he kills the building.
Yeah,
with
yeah,
his demo, he can just kill the holes with his gun because his gun's so powerful.
It's
like he's carrying like an MG42.
Oh, nice.
Had to get in on
I was waiting for you to co-reference it.
Yeah.
It's been me doing it for way too long. The firebase firebase actually not moving at all because it's a firebase. Staying where it is, not moving, firing its shells, and of course quads avoiding that one. Firebase, I think, can probably fire over the supply if it force fires.
Yeah, your force fire actually gives you a fair bit of additional range if you actually play it. And I've seen Rage do it before, so it wouldn't surprise me to see it come out here. But demo bikes!
Yeah.
Yeah, so one shot doesn't actually kill it, so 2 demo bikes run in. Don't even need the special
Comanche's a little bit late to the party. The quads, though, they're all weak, so it won't even matter that they are the ideal counter. Jarman is going to be the next. Comanche's living up to their... I was going to say reputation, but they don't have reputation because they're pretty bad.
Yeah, pretty much. But that's really nice micro from Rage. It was really intricate because he made sure, focus the weak quad, move the Comanches off, made the quad focus the missile defender, and then move the Comanches in. It was very nice play, actually, to keep them both alive.
It was good micro if you don't factor in that the Comanches were sitting over here when the bikes were driving in.
Yeah, if you don't factor that in, then it's fine. And
Dominator calls the GG.
Dominator calls the GG, of course.
Yeah, I mean, I think Dominator... He invested too much on the tech RPGs, and he used them aggressively when he should have been using them defensively because he had the economy. He was way ahead in economy with all the oils and the supplies that he had. So if he was more focused on just staying alive until his economic... the economy was to pay off.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of the right word for it. Investment.
Investment? Nice.
Economic investment pays off.
Well done, Carl.
But yeah, he didn't. He was too aggressive with it because those rock just killed everything, and then it was just too late. Demo bikes were, I dare say, nice.
Yes.
They were effective. But
cheesy or no, they were effective.
Yeah. Once the Comanches came in, that was game over for Rage. Given how much he was ahead. So I think we've almost finished the series.
Yeah.
I think we've got like 1 or 2 games left. Let's go ahead and cast those. Until next time, we are the Generals Gentlemen. Catch you later. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Barren Badlands. We are hoping for a GG because Barren Badlands, we're pretty good buddies. It's dependable. We were saying that Barren Badlands, you can roll a line on it to have a GG.
It's like that friend where if you have to ask for a favor and you're not sure like what one of your friends are gonna go for, Barren Badlands, that guy that comes through for you. Like,
every time.
He'll drop you off. He'll buy you alcohol.
He'll take you to the petrol station.
He will. He's a good guy.
And buy you some Mountain Dew.
Exactly right. Of course we do. Of course, have Rage.
Well, of course we do.
Of course. Have Rage and Dominator. This is, I think, the last one in the series, finally. Yes,
probably.
Maybe, yes. Depending on which order we post them in and how
well, it'll be in order. I'll work out the order later. But anyway, Dominator is going for the supply. That's actually really interesting.
That's cool.
He's not going for this supply. That's generally... the 1 and 2 supplies.
Yeah.
That's generally what it is. But I guess maybe Dominator's looking to be really aggressive through here. and then by being aggressive, it means that he will have his thing covered. Maybe go for like a Patriot or a Fire Base or something.
Yeah, I've seen that before actually, because you can really lock down that choke point and be aggressive through there onto the supplies. That being said, early airfield out from Rage. Dominator was the USA laser,
scouted.
and it is scouted as well. Early airfield has been scouted, but I mean Dominator went aggressive, so we'll have to see how he decides to deal with that.
If he drives a Patriot, like...
Oh, wow, if you got a Patriot there, that'd be so naughty.
Or maybe you just get barracks and just sort of camp missile defenders and just sort of laser lock.
Do it. He's going really
I mean, I would like to see someone build a Patriot, like, once.
Is he going for a Patriot, like, on the supply? I bet he is.
Yeah.
That's what he's going for.
Or maybe just like a barracks. Because the war factory's a bit far off. There is a lot of infantry, 5 RPGs and the Red Guard. That's important because the 5 is for the Horde bonus. Oh, he's going to take the garrison. That's nice. We'll take that one away from him. What's going on here, though, with the dozer? Maybe even a forward barracks would be nice.
Yeah, like anything. I mean, I don't know, it's like a scout dozer. It could be like their new meta is a scout dozer coming in.
I wouldn't recommend that, but there is a Helix. I think it's empty, but it must have something inside of it. Oh no, that's a Gatling cannon.
Oh,
what?
But will it kill them?
Oh,
He's not focusing. No!
He could have...
No, Rage.
Yeah, he could... Wow.
He screwed that up pretty hard.
Yeah, that could have been game over, because he could have just camped missile defenders, and without the missile defenders, the Humvees would not be very effective once the Gats start coming out. Yeah, that really...
Dozer's still in the base of Rage. Like, I don't know who's going to deal with it, whether someone's going to build something, or... I don't know what the
Dominator can't really afford it. I think he's more concerned about just holding on to his base from the infantry. He's going to lose this supply. Red Guard, very, very powerful against the buildings there. Yeah, that Helix, I mean, like... All you got to you click on one of them and they just auto-fire the next ones. And the Humvees, like... That would be game over. He would have just lost the game.
Yeah, he would have lost.
Like, because there was no town missiles.
There was no town missiles, and the town missile upgrade would have taken way too long.
Yeah, it's a long time.
In addition, so... I mean, it got a lot of a gun. I don't know where the crushers are from, like an ambo. The ambo would be so cost efficient.
Well, no, ambos are more expensive in 1.4.
Yeah,
you don't really build them for crushers like you would in 1.6.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
I think they cost like 700. Yeah, but anyway, going for the crushers, but Red Guard are in front. It's a good positioning having the Red Guard up front because they have less range. And losing these Humvees here, Dominator trying to hold on, going for the crushers now, but not going for the crushers at all.
Micro being absolutely spot on. He's dealing with all of this.
Oh man!
Wow, this is not good at all. Not looking good at all. So many of those Vs lost there for Dominator.
Yeah, it did actually get a Humvee into the base though and started killing the trucks. Yeah, I would have liked to see maybe just have the Humvees just try and like bait in and out, not actually engage, but like sort of draw the attention and then buy time for the flashbangs. So he could get the flashbangs, or maybe even like force fire his own war factory and just get a whole bunch of rangers. Because he might not even lose this game. Yeah, there's an ambo. That's awesome. About time.
Yeah, and here, finally the TNT's gone out. So the ambo will, of course, die, but too little too late at this point. I mean,
power?
The Dozer went for power?
I think that was his only...
I think
well, no, it wasn't.
Why are you building power there?
That's not a barracks.
That's not a barracks.
Power plants don't build missile defenders.
So this is looking like a bit of a base race. It's going to go in favor of... I guess Dominator at this point. I mean, he's gone for the supply now. He's going to destroy that. The Dozer gets taken out finally. The airfield's still up, but it hasn't been used like even a little bit now. So this could be Tank Hunter versus missile defender wars.
Nah, this is Dominator's game. Rage is out of cash. He has
he is too. Yeah, that's a big deal.
He doesn't have the old derricks either. Yeah, he's got no money. He can build trucks. No, he's out of money. No, the game over. No money left here for Rage. Dominator isn't exactly feeling too good either, but he still can long distance. Oh no, he's got 2 supplies.
He's got that supply for a long time, yeah.
Selling the power, well, probably a good idea. Selling that power.
Probably not the best place to put your power. I mean, if you had a choice of where to put your power, in the enemy's base is probably not the best.
Yeah, I mean, I probably would have put it like down here where the Dozer was.
Yeah.
But anyway, build a truck now, so that's good. Rage, I think he must have sold the. I don't know what he did, but he
sold something.
He got a truck somewhere along the lines. But
probably not going to pay off. That's probably going to be too late.
I don't think so. Red Guard have destroyed the infantry here, but it's pretty much just free reign for Dominator to start getting some more Humvees. Still has a war factory, getting his another barracks. Okay. But yeah, this is game over.
I don't even know what happened there for Rage. I mean, like Dominator had the Dozer in his base. He just didn't do anything with it though. So Rage was still. Getting stuff. He was still farming up, and then 1v snuck in, and then all of a sudden Rage has all of his units in Dominator's base and nowhere to defend. So Pretty big issue there, but he almost won that with the push until the ambulance came out, but Dominator could have dealt with that a lot better than he did.
He really could have. Like, waited for the ambo and then drive the Humvees in as the ambo is driving. Because ideally, you want to have the ambo, like, flanking, because the Red Guard will kill the ambo really quickly, but the RPGs won't. So if the Humvees go in and the Red Guard start focusing the Humvees and the ambo's, like, behind them, then, yeah, he could have killed that. He had, like, 5 Humvees. He could have killed that definitely with an ambo. But I think this will be the last-ditch effort, having to pull away the truck to crush the Rangers. He will do so, but he will again, delay his mining.
Income,
and that's his entire income, pretty much. Humvee, without missile defenders, is actually crushing that. Going for an all-cap now. Has a bunker for defense, but I don't think Rage will be able to buy enough time to get back into this game. Not with how much supply Dominator has.
Nah, way too much at this point, and of course having, being in those 2 supplies, it's just going to give him too much of an advantage, and I don't think Rage realizes in how much deep trouble he is in fact, so...
Yeah,
he's in pretty deep trouble.
Well, he mustn't do, because he is in the game still, but has the all Derek and a supply, but it's completely split up. It only has barracks units, so it really is just sort of buying time. Red Guard looking to make some plays happen, going to cap the supply, but the Ranger is there to ward him off. I'm not sure if a Vet 2 Red Guard will 1v1 a Ranger. I would have to actually check that. I'm assuming it would. Vet 2 is very, very powerful.
Vet 2 would probably win, but not with flashbangs.
Nope.
But he'll probably get the cap in time, actually, because I'm pretty sure it'll take, like... Oh, he cancelled it.
Yeah,
he probably wouldn't have. No, flashbangs come out pretty fast.
Yeah, I mean, and it takes a long time to cap with Red Guard. I mean, if it was like a Lotus, it's like insta-cap, but Red Guard and any infantry, really, they take a while. Yeah, well, there's the 7 Humvees.
Yeah, that could, be pretty good.
We're waiting for those, but, there is a lot of infantry for Rage, but again, this is just game over. He's just gonna lose. Unless Dominator drives over the mines, but he won't drive over the mines. And camping up with is actually his laser general, so there's no tomahawks, but there's 12 Humvees.
This is like 12 Humvees and an ambo. So yeah, look, I'm not feeling great about Rage's chances. If I had to put money on someone, and I really had to put money on someone, Dominator, he wins this one. Takes it away.
I mean, that's makes me just a little bit sad.
Yeah.
I mean, because Rage could have done that. All he had to do was, well, not really anything. He just had to not Helix. Like,
yeah.
If the Helix was just left to auto attack just on its own.
Yeah, I forgot about the Helix. Yeah, that's
he had that game.
Yeah.
He lost the Helix to 2 missile defenders with a Gatling cannon Helix.
To over micro and get moving it.
I'm pretty sure you can kill the missile defenders with, like, 2 of them with a Helix without the Gatling, with the bad machine gun.
With the crappy machine gun guy like going
yeah.
So
Rage
disappointing through that, and Dominator, either an earlier ambulance or a better way to deal with that big infantry army from Rage. I think.
But anyway, that is game over for Rage, and I think this is the last one, and if it is, then Dominator is out. Oh, Rage is out of the semi-finals, I believe, of the recent 1v1 Cup. So I apologize for the chaos that we had. We didn't really intend on casting the whole series, but all of the games that we casted were like 5 minutes. So we were like,
why not?
Well, we should probably, because they're all 5 minutes. I mean, this is like a 10-minute game. But anyway, that'll wrap up this series. We are the General's Gentlemen. Thank you for watching. Until next time, catch you later. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Command and Conquer 0 Hour. We are on 1.4, and yep, we're on Twilight Flame.
Yep, that's right. That is an 8-player map. We're on Twilight Flame. It's gonna be fun. We do have Dominator.
Well, Blake,
look, yes, that is machine. I mean,
we are on Twilight Flame, so surely we're casting noobs.
Yeah, surely
this is just a bunch of noobs.
Just spamming out Twilight Flame for the fun of it.
Just kidding. Who do we have?
Well, we've got Dominator up the left-hand top side as our pink China Vanilla, and he'll be facing off
Rage as the USA Laser General. So, some top-tier players here on Twilight Flame. This is going to be very interesting, because the strategies are going to be entirely different. You're going to have to play a very, very different style, because there's so many more supplies to go for. In 1v1s, pretty much all 1v1s, it's like supply, maybe cap on oil derrick, and now it's like supply, supply, oil, supply.
Refinery.
So there's going to be a lot of sort of aggression, a lot of fighting over those external supplies, you're going to have more of a mobile army. And for Rage, that's absolutely fine because Humvees, because Rockvies. I like that capping with his Rangers.
Chin-up drop.
Yeah, that's actually nice as well. We do have Dominator going for the forward factory and the barracks. Want to get those old derricks up and running.
Yeah, I want to get that absolutely ASAP.
Nice.
And no, don't worry, guys. This isn't 10 minutes, no rush. This is a very, very legit game. It's going to be a lot of fun. So yeah, Dominator moving out those soldiers to cap up, but Rage, he's right on it. They're dropping off some more Rangers from that Chinook, and they should be able to hopefully take out. Oh no, there's two of them. They were hiding. They were hiding together against two Rangers. They're veteran seed up those Red Guards, so they'll be able to deal with it easily.
Well, even then, the Rangers would still beat the Red Guard, but because the Red Guard started firing first, it means that they, of course, will win. So if Rage was paying a little bit more attention, he could have won that one. But he will force away the Rangers. I think actually Rage would have been more concerned about the Dozer going for the Crushers.
Yeah.
It looks as though Rage will cap the old derricks, but will it be in time? Troop Crawler is moving in for the crush, if not the evac here, getting very, very close to the cap. One of them crushes, but the second one gets it, and there's 1,000 cash in the bank for Rage, but Dominator, he will have none of that, capping it straight away.
Yeah, so all of a sudden, that investment is now paid off, and surprisingly, it's Dominator who's taking the advantage here because of the fact that you get 2 Red Guard for every 1 Ranger. The production is just generally faster. Rage is taking control of his 2 oils, but look at Dominator. I think you all will take all 3 of those oils and the middles. That's the refinery as well as that drop.
Yeah, really dominating the oil game here. Also getting a nice laser Patriot up. I really like that. The Patriots are very nice against infantry as well as vehicles. An aircraft, of course, but because it's a laser, like, it does give you that extra utility, where normally the Patriots kind of suck against infantry. You can kill them really easily. Yeah. Still, 8 Red Guard, though, are very powerful regardless. There is a Humvee here from Rage. It's actually empty, though, but still, we'll be able to gun down those Red Guard. We'll have to kite away, though.
Yeah, it's got to be careful there. Red Guard are actually, they can chunk Humvees pretty fast. I mean, they're only vehicles, but 2 of them, no, thank you. They get absolutely shredded, and it's nice kiting thus far from Rage. He's just got to be careful he doesn't fall too far behind in economy, because look at Dominator. He's expanding to the supplies as well, whereas Rage is only on a couple. Dominator's on pretty much 6 oil, 3 or 4 supply as well. So really playing for the kind of this mid game if you can get there.
And that's really goes to show how much more expensive it is for the USA to establish their economy. The Chinook's costing double the price of a truck. We do have a lot of Humvees coming out now. I think that's the other thing as well, is Rage has been spending a fair bit on his Rockvies, where Dominator has been basically just getting more oils and more supplies, and is only now starting to get up some of these Gatling tanks. But there's quite a fair bit of these Humvees, and they're so fast. He can just drive around destroying those supplies one at a time, and there isn't really any way for Dominator to deal that with his infantry. Does have MiGs though, and I really do like the MiGs playstyle, because given how big and open the map is and how fast the Humvees are, you will need either the MiGs or the Helixes, and MiGs are just a better and cheaper way against Helixes. Humvees.
Yeah, against Humvees. Added to the fact that Avengers are super expensive in 1.4. I mean, what are they, like 2,500?
No,
2,000.
2,000. Not that much.
Not 2.5. That'd be a bit too excessive, but they are quite expensive, which makes MiGs hellishly hard to deal with. The Tower Missile upgrade is now down for Rage, which is nice. So he's really got to be careful with his Rocky Micro, and those MiGs are coming out, not stopping for the oil derricks.
Yeah, missing and wasting their shots. They should have gone for the Humvees. He may lose his oil derricks now. Not exactly sure what the MiGs were doing going for the oil, taking a long time to take them out, getting the full evac and chunking down these oil derricks very, very fast. But on that subject, bear in mind, well, there is the Avenger. Excellent timing there, but we'll only take out a cargo plane for the deployment there, getting a Battlemaster on the ground. Here come the MiGs moving in, going for the Humvees, but the missile defender's already evac'd, so a good move by Rage, preemptively evacuating his Rockvies.
Yeah, it was nice. If you can kind of split them up, and then you don't really know which V actually has the remaining missile defenders in them, you can avoid a lot of the damage from the MiGs, and evacking's a pretty important part of that. But this army is starting to move out from Rage, and Humvees, they're incredibly effective. This is a big MiG strike coming in, though.
How many Humvees will he kill? All of them, by the looks of it here. Still several missile defenders on the ground. Only killing 2 as old derricks, so probably won't be able to get that one, unless the 2 actually may finish it off here. The fire from the MiGs will contribute, and the old derricks will fall. It is very crucial losing those, because once those old derricks fall, you obviously can't rebuild those. But Dominator just has so many of these supplies up and running that Rage really has to act soon, because there's just so much cash in the bank with that many supplies.
Yeah, Dominator is just going to be way, way, way ahead in terms of just sheer unit production. If he can macro his fingers fast enough, he's going to be able to build the units. And look here, just spamming out tank hunters and gats as well. It's a nice way to kind of deal with rock bees. If you got a lot of rock bees, just spam units at them. Just keep pushing Rage back. As long as you keep Rage contained and make sure he doesn't take out your 10 or so supplies, you're going to be fine.
Yeah, by being on the aggression, it means the Humvees can't make use of their mobility. Bear in mind, though, that because Rage is the USA Laser General, the Avengers will only cost 1.5 thousand.
True, yeah.
So that will definitely be an advantage of Rage, having to rely on those, especially with how many of these tank hunters are rolling in now. And I like this because, of course, Dominator being the vanilla China, he can't build Battle Masters because they're just not really effective. There's another tank drop moving in. Vanilla Battle Master, not exactly very heroic there. I think going for, like, a lot of MiGs moving in now, losing a lot of them, but a fantastic Firestorm claiming almost the entirety of that ground defense there. Rage really should have split up his units beforehand. Given the MiG play there, this base will get destroyed by Dominator, but losing that many of Rage's units, that's really going to hurt him.
Yeah, it's a huge deal because anything is cost efficient at this moment for Dominator. He's got that many supplies. If he gets like a 1 for 10 engagement, he's like, yay, and Rage, what's up with your micro, bro? Didn't even get the oil derrick there. I don't think Rage realizes just how far on supplies he is behind, because Dominator, he's just gonna keep spamming out these units, and even that's a gat cannon there. Dominator's just on every single supply. It's not often you see Rage get out macroed. Like, it's not often you see Rage on less supplies than his opponent.
Yeah, I think Rage, not only hindered by the fact that he does have a harder time expanding as the USA, but he went for those earlier Rockvies, which would have been fine if he really made use of them. I would have loved to see Chinook dropping in Rockvies just on all of the supplies. I mean, the old Yarks are good to deny, but they take a lot longer to kill, where trucks you can kill almost instantly. But just spamming out these Humvees, I'm not sure how many of them are actually the Rockvies, though. Probably not many, but
that MiG's
yeah, a lot of MiGs are moving in here. The tower missiles will shred them, but the MiGs are just so powerful against them. And again, it is always cost effective for Dominator because of how much of an advantage he has at low power mode. There goes that Laser Patriot, and really just spamming the Humvees, but he will catch a lot of them with the tower missiles. Gatlings are there ready and waiting, but still Humvees en masse are being pretty effective.
They definitely are for the moment, and that's what Rage has just transitioned to. It's like, I'll push a heap of Talvies into your base. It's the best way I can possibly deal with it at the moment. He loses the full ones, and Dominator, you've got to start moving that army, bro, being a little bit more aggressive.
Yeah, that army has been there for far too long, especially with how slow the tank hunters are. It's more important to have them in position. Dragon tanks are firewalling down, but these Humvees are in a perfect angle, ready to camp all of these airfields. But will it be in time, as the MiGs are just destroying them one by one? We'll lose this airfield and all of its occupants. Gatling Cannon is defending the one airfield, and there's still several of them lying around. Oh, nice angle there. MiGs almost entirely destroying the last of the MiGs. We'll lose one of them on the ground, but maybe not, as that MiG does swoop in.
Yeah, it's going to be nice. He really caught them on the cliff edge there and couldn't really deal with that Rage. Again, splitting up those Humvees, so that's much better micro. The MiG micro as well from Dominator has been great. His missile splitting thus far has been fantastic, getting firewalls all across the place.
Yeah, really should have gone for the missile defenders just then, but it's a lot easier for Dominator to just spam out the Gatlings and the tank hunters, just sort of have them on force and have it sort of as a deterrent or as a territory holder, and then really use the MiGs to get those effective strikes and really just slow down the aggressive potential. And he is just camping the supplies now. That's a good move, I believe.
Yeah, can I see Dominator's income at the moment? What's it teaming up to?
30,000.
Oh my god, it's insane. That float though, I mean, you just can't macro that hard. He's got so many supplies across the place. Yeah, I think one of the issues for Rage is, A, he was USA, and that sucks. He went a lot of those Laser Patriots really, really early, and I think that really hurt him because he just couldn't pound out enough units to stop the influx of Dominator.
I think the USA would have been fine if he played to the strength of it. If he just went really aggressive Chinook dropping play, just dropping missile defenders, dropping Humvees, he would have been fine, but he wasn't really playing to the strength of his faction, where he was, letting Dominator, really played to his strength of just having the cheap supplies, the cheaper units, really. Missile defenders are moving in, but, I mean, there's that many of them. Laser locking 2 at a time. Chinooks are dropping in Avengers and Humvees. This is fantastic. This is exactly what Rage needs to do. He has a lot of Humvees, only 1 Avenger, though, so I would like to see more of them, but it will mean that if they try and take off and fire down their rockets, they will get destroyed here. He needs to split up these Humvees as well. MiGs are driving away, and that's a good move as he has backup airfields.
Yeah, definitely. He's got airfields all across the map, and I think at this point, Rage is a little bit too little too late. It's a nice drop onto the airfields, but he really should have done that a while ago. Avenger focusing down the carpet bomber, but it's going to go down anyway, and there goes the All Derricks.
Rage is running out of supplies. He doesn't have any left, only holding on to those oil derricks, and the Patriot is gone now. The Avengers are soaking up those missiles very, very well, but it really is just Rage buying time.
Yeah, pretty much all he can do at the moment is try and snipe down as many MiGs as possible. Firestorm got the ones up the top, and he's still spamming them out. Rage will not give up here. Dominator, he hasn't managed to close the deal yet, but I think he's going to very soon.
I don't think Rage is exactly the master of comebacks that Karro is.
No, Karro, I mean, he's got to be the champion here.
Yeah.
Gotta watch those games. But finally, we get some ECMs out as well.
Yeah,
that's cool to
great.
see. ECMs going for the Crushers. I was wondering where the prop center was, whether Dominator actually had one. Yes, he did. And goodbye, Chinooks. I don't think I've ever seen Chinooks die that fast.
Well, I mean, you do play China Infantry, so you probably have.
Oh.
I mean,
Did you receive the low blows, or? Yeah?
No, I mean, like, when
you get
the best feeling in the world is when you
assault troop crawler.
Yeah, so when you drive the assault troop crawler into their supply line and they just insta drop. Like they
literally just drop from the sky.
Yeah, the Chinooks fall faster than the projectile travels. Like you see the minigunners, Yeah, but anyway, this is gonna be game over for Rage. I think we said it. If he was more aggressive, or if he went more of just a supply spam himself. But I mean, yeah, I think like 2 missile defenders in lots of Chinooks, spread them all across the place. It really is interesting though playing on these big maps because it absolutely drastically changes the way that you have to play your strats.
Yeah, definitely.
I think Dominator as well, I would have liked to see him build 15 war factories and just spam Overlord ECMs.
Yeah.
So that was disappointingly one-sided, but yeah, it is nice to see Dominator. He had a plan, he had a strategy, and it played off. Whereas Rage, I don't think he was quite sure what exactly he was doing.
Because Dominator definitely could have lost that early if Rage went aggressive. It was just like a couple of Vs and just drove the Vs along the side of the map, just kind of along the supplies. The main issue was Rage, even being the USA, just didn't have the map vision that he needed to see that Dominator was actually on like all of the supplies at the time, and that's where all of his income was going, was right into those supplies. But
well, he kept the command center, so he could have spider and scan. He probably was as well. Yeah, I mean, like the Rockvies, they were just waiting around the middle, trying to attack and defend the All Derricks. Yeah, if he just went straight for the supplies. Because he would have been able to kill half of them by the time the MiGs actually showed up.
Oh, definitely.
The MiGs weren't there immediately. So anyway, I would actually love to cast some more games on these big maps, because there is a lot of strategy involved. But until next time, we are the Generals Gentlemen. Catch you later.
Thank you.